Hi, thank you for joining again for another podcast episode. The title of this podcast is Affirmations Work, but Do Yours Serve You? When I reflect back on my life or on any day when I'm not being conscious, what I am aware of is that my affirmations don't always serve me. And it's something that can happen very discreetly, where I'm not even noticing, which is the importance of the practice, is that it heightens my awareness so that in the background, I'm always aware of any kind of shifts in energy, anytime something is said, that my mind says it's a problem or a situation occurs that my mind said this shouldn't be happening. That awareness needs to be on point so that I don't miss those opportunities to stay conscious and to make a different kind of choice and not be at the effect of some negative affirmations. So, an example of an affirmation, which people normally don't think about, at least I did, the affirmation that people normally think about is, I'm a good person, or I'm good enough, or, I'm practicing self love, any of those things, you can do it. Like all those things are affirmations that people tend to really define as affirmations. But there are others that we also do, these declarations. And those declarations, at least for me, it used to be, I don't like this, or it has to be this way. If this doesn't happen, I'm going to die. Or if this doesn't happen, life is going to be tough. An example would be regarding a job promotion or passing an exam for your job or certification. If those don't happen, then X will happen. Well, those are also affirmations that I found that set me up for a lot of suffering. I did that during my time in Yuma in the Marine Corps. I every day would get up in the summertime, and it seemed like it was always summer in Yuma. At least that's what my mind said. It's always hot here, but it wasn't. But because I had that affirmation of it being hot all the time, guess what I experienced? I experienced suffering even when it wasn't. Some people say the same thing about when they're going to go into an event with a loved one or be around someone who they wish were different or not even there. They start to kind of forecast what that's going to be, what the experience is going to be like based on those statements. You could be on hospital service or call, and you start to talk about what that experience is going to be like. Oh, I got hospital service starting next week. It's going to be a brutal week. That's an affirmation. What I've started to do with being a part of the practice is having different kinds of affirmations. And the affirmation might be, regarding in an interview for a job would be, instead of saying, if I don't get this promotion, the life is going to be, not as great, or I'm going to be delayed on my career path. What I try to say is I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow during the job interview. Like that's a whole different experience. And what it does is it opens you up for the opportunity to grow. I don't know what's going to happen, but I can't wait to find out. Then everything becomes this curious experience. And I'm trying to bring more of that into my life so that my affirmations don't become limits or barriers of my experience of life and other people. But what it becomes is my affirmations become openings for new and different possibilities. So the next time that narrative comes up for you, I invite you, or that narrative comes up, and then you are, without even knowing it, about to form an affirmation or a declaration, a proclamation, if you will, about what's going to be the experience for you, to pause for a second and recognize that you have a different choice. And that different choice is to be open to whatever happens. And when I found myself being more open, I'm always surprised about how wrong my mind often is about what a situation is going to be like. And I had the uncanny ability to really only take note of the times that my mind was right, which is few and far between, and discount the times that it was wrong. For example, giving relationship advice is horrible at that. But your consciousness that's rooted in some kind of practice, whether it's the practice that a lot of us are doing together, or whether it's a faith-based practice that allows you to lead with an open heart, to see no one as an enemy, to see everyone as a friend, everybody, even the people that disagree with you. That's different. That's different. So the next time you are around that person who has a different belief than you do, a different work ethic, or a situation that's not to your liking, just be like, I'm going into this tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And, or I can't wait to see what happens and the opportunities of growth that show up for me. So just consider that. Again, affirmations, they work, but do they serve you? Start expressing affirmations that serve you.